Welcome in. I'm absolutely exhausted. Just got back from time travel. It took forever to get this 99 all the way to 2025. I'm exhausted. 1999. Where does that take your mind? Listen, we're all creatures of nostalgia. And where were you at in 1999? What about Y2K? What about the euro was introduced? So pull out your pockets. The first year of the euro. Bill Gates predicted the rise of the smartphone. George W. Bush announced his campaign. Do these things take you back? So we want to get started on a unique walkthrough. You know, when you see these programs on the History Channel, they uncover a tomb and there's all this media because everything's the same when they get in there. It's left untouched. We almost have this today. A 99 bounder with 19,000 miles, perfectly preserved. And there's one thing on the inside that cracks me up, and we'll get to it. It's preserved and it actually works. Now, nostalgia is huge. So this inspiration comes from my oldest boy. He's like, Dad, I want you to pick the oldest motorhome and I want you to do a walkthrough. So this is the inspiration. So I'm doing this for my boy. But we have a 1999. Think about where you were in 1999. This little boy band called NSYNC was following Janet Jackson around. They weren't really known yet. Just all kinds of things that take you back. And so as we look around, but we also want to incorporate that, you know, motorhomes haven't changed a whole lot. So this is the old Fleetwood V10 Ford. Now, what would have been even better is if it had the original tires, because that would be better in Vegas. You talk about gambling, riding around on some 98s, that would have been beautiful. Because technically, if it has 19,000 miles, the original tires would have still had the tread. They would have just dry rotted, but I'd like to see that. But unfortunately, this is not the original tires. That would have been real fun. So you can see 1999, you get a motorhome, you get an awning. Now this is manual. Good old manual awning. But as we walk around, you can see that motorhomes haven't changed a whole lot. So we have rotocast compartments. Now, one of the big things is what I love on the new ones is the side swinging doors. So you actually have the doors that come up. I cannot stand this. If the shock works, it's not too bad. But back in the day, you had the doors that come up. You had to duck under them. The shock would wear out. They fall down and hit your head. But as you can see, bounder, all right? As we walk around, we're stepping back in time. Now, one of the things is you're not going to find PEX. This isn't PEX plumbing. Check that out. Isn't that cool? We're not going to find PEX plumbing. Hadn't been invented yet. We're just old standard plumbing. As we walk around, hey, we still have the ladder. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this beauty. Onan Marquee 5500 generator. Look at that thing. Look how nice that is. As we walk around, once again, time travel. It took me a long time to drive this thing back from 1999. It took a long time to get us to where we're at. So one of the things that they did is they'd actually do a storage where they'd bring it out on the slide back in the older motorhomes, which it gave you a nice compartment to put your flag poles, fishing poles, all those amenities that you needed. Sometimes they'd actually have a driver's door, not on this one specifically. That was always a fun feature that you would see in the old motorhomes. Oh yeah, leveling jacks. They don't do that anymore. On the very front, power gear. Great system. All right, now it's going to get. Time travel is very important. And decor, what you see with your eye takes you somewhere. So look at this beautiful carpet. That says so much just right there. All right, let's go in. Let's have fun. All right. So as we come in, I want you to notice this beautiful decor. Floral. Lots and lots of floral. If this doesn't excite you, I don't know what does. Now, The first thing we want to talk about is, oh yeah, do you remember these ceilings? It's basically like a cloth material, and when you touch it, it flakes off. When it gets wet, it just turns black. Now they're soft touch, but they had the old carpet ceiling. So this is fun. We have the old key slide room. Love this. Takes me back. And as we walk, you can see, look at the amenities in 1999. You know, while you were watching NSYNC, followed Janet Jackson, you could pull this luxury table up. Oh yeah. Now this is going to take us all back here. Look what's in here. Once again, this thing's like an Egyptian tomb. It's been preserved in time. Does anybody remember these? 1998. Wow. Look at that. So at this time, DVD players were starting to take over VHS. Now, what's more impressive, unfortunately, the original TVs are gone, but what's more impressive is this backup camera. Look how big this thing is. This thing's massive. This thing probably weighs like 40 pounds. And it still works. All right, let's go. Oh, yeah. It looks like Andy Griffith, black and white. Look at this. Hopefully it'll show up. I don't know if it'll show up or not. There we go. Look at that. Black and white still works. Hopefully nobody will break in and steal that. It has to be worth money. All right, so you can look at the dash cluster. Once again, motorhomes really haven't changed that much. This is interesting. Talk about a knee knocker. I would not want that there, banging your knees. Generator start, 19,000 miles. 19,000 miles, perfectly preserved. Look at this beautiful carpet. Come on, look at the styling. I wonder what her name was, who styled this beautiful floral decor. Joyce, perhaps? Susan? Who styled this and what was her name? I just wonder back in 1999. It even ties in on the top on the lambrequins. Isn't that beautiful? We have a hide-a-bed. Now, one of the things that you can see is, linoleum, Dometic, Royale refrigerator, gas and electric. So once again, these things haven't changed that much. Now we're going to 12-volt refrigerators. So there's been a massive change in the industry. But we do have that. Magic Chef. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Everybody talks about, I can't get a turkey in there. He's hanging out in the motorhome on Thanksgiving Day anyway. That always. Now, electronic climate control actually has a shed on it, which was a great system back then. So you can see, even though this is a 99, there's still basically the same amenities as there is today. All right, now, we're really stepping up now. Okay. Combo washer and dryer. Did they actually have washer and dryers in 1999? I guess they did. Now, this is probably my favorite thing of the whole entire motorhome. The throne room with carpet. Now, you know, sometimes it can get rough in the restroom, and it's nice that you have a padded floor. That's very important. The only thing is, how do you clean carpet? I don't know in a bathroom, but so this is one of the things that, this is my favorite thing about the entire demo. Carpeted toilet room. So anyway, why they did that, I cannot tell you. Maybe had some extra carpet they need to get rid of. Look at this shower. Come on now. Come on now. 1999, these people were living large. You can have a seat while you shower. Now, as we move to the back, bedroom. Lots of windows, lots of storage. You actually have an arm for a TV where you can watch Vacation Trucker on loop 24/7. Walk around bed. So I want you to think about that. Now, one of the things is, as you take your mind back, SpongeBob aired his first episode in 1999. Does that take you back? Does that take you back any? So many things that happen in time travel. And as you see, I hope you enjoyed this short little demo of this absolute little capsule that's just been encased in time. So 19,000 miles. It's absolutely amazing. Do you remember Napster? What about Napster? That was 1999. Can you imagine jamming some Napster through these old 98 speakers, just jamming out here? Can you imagine that? What about watching the Blair Witch Project? Came out in 1999 on this old TV. So many things to take us back. I hope you enjoyed it. Just a short little thing. And one of the things is, come out and see us, RCD Sales. This thing actually is for sale. So if you want to travel back in time, priced at $15,900. It's absolutely a beautiful motorhome, 19,000 miles. And this thing is now famous. It's on the internet. So come out and see us. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.